Cool, so we've got a good one today. I'm going to talk about my exact ad strategy that I'm going to be implementing in the next few days, really so that you can get a bit of value, but also so that I can document this and I can see my reasoning behind what I'm actually doing when I look back at this video in the future. If you don't know me already though, and you're new to the channel, my name is Reuben Shears. I have an online funnel building agency called Optimally that I'm building and scaling in public in these daily update videos, trying to give you as much value as possible, like I say, in a short snippet of time. I think we've done 78 in a row now of these videos. Out of 100, after 100, I will decrease the frequency, increase the quality, and then we'll go from there. But for now, this is good for building my confidence on camera. So like I say, let's dive straight in. Let's talk about ads. Let's talk about what I'm doing and what I need to check off really in the next few days to actually get these up and running, right? So to run successful campaigns, you need three things. Oh, there we go. First thing is creative, right? You need to have a decent amount of creative ready that you're willing to test to see what's working. And when I say creative, I'm referring to the video/static ads that you're going to be putting on Facebook and Instagram. It's the actual ads that people see, right? Second thing is the funnel that you are going to drive them to, right? Super important. When people click the learn more button on the ads, they need to go somewhere, and this is where they're going to go. They're going to go to some sort of funnel that you've built, and you need to have that ready as well, and that needs to be plugged in. And the third thing that is mostly overlooked by people is having very, very good tracking for your ads. If you just use the Meta Ads Manager and you're really not monitoring kind of behind the scenes KPIs for your business and your ads, you're gonna have a really, really, really difficult time actually like scaling, because you won't know whether you need to turn a certain ad off or scale an ad or whatever. Because actually you might have an ad that says, you've got a high cost per book call, but it might actually be the exact ad that is for some reason generating you a lot of sales, right? And therefore you wouldn't turn it off, but you wouldn't know that unless you had the correct tracking in place. So we need to tick these three things off. I've actually got these two, number 2 and 3, done, and I just need to do my creative now, which shouldn't be too bad. And the way, just to clarify, the way that that's divided up is hooks and bodies, right? So you're going to test more hooks than bodies, and then you're going to connect them up so that you have a multiple of a certain amount of creatives, right? So if you have, say you record 5 hooks and 3 bodies, you can multiply them together and you're going to have 15 ads that you can test. You can put it in 3 ad sets, 1 for each body, and then that'll keep it nice and linear. So that's what that looks like. I just need to do that. It shouldn't be too difficult. And then I can get it up and running because I've got everything else ready in terms of the funnel and the tracking. I want to show you though, like a simulation of at least what I expect from the ads, or at least what I want to happen from the ads. And I guess I can monitor KPIs to get us to that point. So this is my little ROI calculator. I've made a video on this before. If you want it, I will link it in the description, ideally, and you can use it yourself. But I'm just going to walk through this kind of simulation here. So I'm going to turn paid ads on. I'm going to switch it to pounds because I am British, and I'm going to go through this with you to just try and work out what the return I might get is from the ads themselves. So my service is 6K. If you don't know, average lifetime value is around the 8K mark at the moment. Hopefully that increases over time. My profit is actually 85%. My closer, I'm closing for myself at the moment, so I don't have a closer. Total ad spend though is going to be in a month, ideally, £10,000. CPM is going to be probably quite high from the ads that I've ran before. I've seen that it's around the 50 mark. Click-through rate average is probably going to be 1%. We'll have some that might be 2%. We'll have some that are going to be really, really bad probably whilst we're testing. So the average is going to come out as 1%. I want my opt-in rate to be 15%. I want my booking conversion rate to be 30% of the opt-ins if I actually phone them up and dial them. Qualification rate, we'll put that at 75, so 3/4 of the leads coming through. Show rate, let's get it to 85 because I've seen that in the past with my cold stuff already. And my close rate at 30%, and then no set commission. You can see that on the right-hand side, that is looking very, very healthy at the moment. I'm not sure whether I'll get the results that we've got on the screen right now, but it says that from 10,000 spend, I'll get a lot more than I probably should. So something here isn't going to work, right? There's going to be something that's going to be broken. Maybe it's the show rate. It's going to be 75. Maybe the booking conversion rate is actually going to be 15. You can see it becomes a lot more realistic. Maybe the CPM's like 64. I've had that before. You can see what happens to the numbers on the right-hand side now. They're kind of significantly different. And now you can see that if I spend 10K on ads, there's a potential, if I do the thing I'm saying I'm going to do, to make 35K. That said, it probably won't be 6K on average cash collected. That may be the price of my services, right? But we might have some payment plans that go in there as well. So it might be 4K. And now you can see that it's a lot more realistic. That's what I'm aiming for example. 10K spend, 24 cash collected. profit is basically a 2x, six new clients from running ads for a month and spending 10,000 quid. So you can see this is very helpful for me to understand and simulate mathematically what might happen with the ads based on certain KPIs. And these are obviously postulated and like KPIs that I'm guessing from what I've seen so far. But what I actually want to do is track the real numbers in real time every single day. So I've set this tracker up for myself. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I've got ad spend here. I've got CPM, click-through rate, opt-in traffic, leads, qualified leads, booking traffic, VSL plays, and the amount of bookings. Because from those numbers, I can actually calculate all the relevant KPIs for the funnel that I need on a daily basis. So I'm immediately going to be able to see, okay, what's looking good right now in terms of numbers and what isn't. And then I can adjust my simulations on here as well to see what effect that would have if I improved it, for example. And that's the idea of ads. It's literally a game of maths. I think people think it's more complicated than it is. It really is a case of just making sure the numbers make sense for your business. And if you put your service in because you only charge 1K, look what happens on the right hand side. You don't make any money, right? That's the idea. So you have to keep this stuff in mind to ensure that you get yourself good results. It's really like, I don't know, it's not gambling, but it's kind of it's gambling in a way where you know that the odds are more in your favor than not if you do the right things. And that's the idea. That's what business really comes down to for the most part, is racking up the money and being able to spend it and risk it to make more. That's all it is. That'll do for today. Let's go to the social KPI tracker and log my stuff on YouTube and LinkedIn. I know that I've got 167 on YouTube, and LinkedIn I've got 9515. Lovely stuff. Let's attach that to the previous day. Oh, I penned on that. So I haven't missed a day for, I believe, 78 days in a row. It's not too bad, is it? And there's my growth over time on YouTube. There's my growth on LinkedIn. Nice one. If you want to watch another one of these videos, you can watch it on the screen here. It should give you some value. Other than that, I will catch you in the next one, and have a nice rest of your day.